Good morning, this is Keisha Spivey, and I'm bringing you your Friday Fire. Today, I want to talk to you briefly from Hebrews 12, and it really I want to give a quick summary, but it talks about running with endurance the race that is set before you, looking to Jesus. It says, run with endurance the race set before you, looking to Jesus. Run with endurance. Endurance means to be able to stand the test of time, to be able to go through hardships, and to be able to go through the mountaintop experiences, the valley experiences, and still keep pace. The thing that we have to do to be able to run this race that God has put before us, and all of our races are different, all of our lives are different, all of the things that God has called us to is different, is that we have to learn to step in the pace of grace. We have got to allow Jesus to be the pace setter in our lives. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, sometimes things are not moving as fast as you'd like. Sometimes they're moving faster than you're comfortable with. But you have to be okay with stepping in the pace that he sets before you. You know, all of us want the victory. All of us want the strong finish. But the problem is so many of us are great super starters, but we don't finish anything. You know, take a look around your house. Take a look around your life. Look in your closet. How many books have you started versus how many have you finished? How many good initiatives and projects do you have on this phantom to-do list that you've been carrying around for years? You know, we're so great at getting great ideas, because we do. We get them and then we start, but then it gets hard, or it gets uncomfortable, or it's inconvenient, or it costs a little bit more than you want it to pay, and we slack off. Where's our endurance? Where's our persistency? Where's our commitment? Where's our diligence? You know, what's setting our pace? What are we really looking to? What are the things that are really motivating us? What are we really looking to? Because if we look to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, which we can do all things in him, would we not be able to endure? The verse says, run with endurance the race that's set before us, which means that God has set an individual race before every single one of us. That our paths, if you're in Christ Jesus, is clear, that our steps are ordered by the Lord. So the path that we're on, if it's difficult, or if you're in a season of simplicity, whatever it is, the path that's set before you, if you are walking in Christ, God has equipped you to walk. You know, the finish line that he set before you has your name on it. But are you enduring? Are you paying the price? Have you embraced the process? Are you stepping at his pace? When he says slow down, are you willing to slow down? When he says sit yourself down somewhere, are you willing to sit down? When he says pick up the pace and pick up the stride and the sprint, are you willing to sprint? What's determining your pace? What's determining what you're willing to endure and what you're not willing to endure? It says run the race that's set before you. Do you even know what the race is? I talk to people all the time that are simply just in life going through the motions, sucking up good air. They are so just set on surviving that they have forgotten that they are called to thrive, that they are victorious, that they're more than conquerors in Christ Jesus, that they're not only supposed to get through the race, but they're supposed to win it. When you keep reading the story, it says no matter what the weapon is, you win. When you keep reading the story, it tells you that your victory is fixed and sure. But so many of us are quitting along the way. You get your little feelings hurt, or somebody doesn't do what they say they're going to do, or the situation doesn't look like you thought it would look as quickly as you thought it would look that way, and so you back off. Why don't you just literally grit your teeth like a bulldog and press in to the race that's set before you? Maybe the race that you're running right now is your marriage. That's your cross. You want to leave. You're not happy. You're not satisfied. But God has told you to stick and stay. Maybe you need to run with endurance that race. Maybe it's a wayward child that's working your nerve and you want to throw your hands up. That's the cross right now. How about endure the race? Maybe you're working on a job that you don't like. Endure and run the race. I don't know what your race looks like right now. Only you and God knows. But I do know he has told you to endure. He's told you to press in. He's told you to lean on him. And he's told you to look to him. Let him lead you. Let him guide you. Let him set your pace. I know you might be weary and you might be tired. Let me let you in on something. You're not the first person in the world to be tired, which is why the word tells us to not get weary in our doing good. He knew that. He knew that. Your weariness doesn't surprise him. Your fatigue doesn't surprise him. The fact that you're exhausted on this race does not surprise him. Lean into him and let him be what you're not. You got to trust him. You got to commit to finishing strong. We got a couple weeks before 2017 ends, and people already talking about what they want to do in 2018. How about how you finish 2017? What does it look like to finish this year strong? What can you do for your faith? What does it mean in your faith, in your family, in your finances, with your body? Why you got to wait to January 1 to start turning over a plate, not eating so much sugar? You could take a walk today. How do you finish this year strong? Run the race that's set before you with your eyes fixed on Jesus. Stop celebrating starting and start getting excited about finishing. Finishing strong, running with the end in mind, knowing that victory is yours in Christ Jesus. One of my favorite songs in this season is Victory Belongs to Jesus. And you know why? Because if I'm in Jesus and Jesus is in me, then guess what? That victory is mine as well. So the same victory that belongs to him belongs to me. The same victory that belongs to me, if you're in Christ Jesus, belongs to you. Lay claim to that thing. Run your race strong with determination that you will endure. You will not quit. You will walk into the victory that's been promised to you. You will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Stir yourself up, dust yourself off, quit feeling sorry for yourself, cancel the pity party of one, and get busy running. Running the race that's set before you. God bless you. You can do this. Stir yourself up. Gotta be like David. Encourage yourself. I don't care if nobody's cheering you on. This same verse talks about a great cloud of witnesses that cheers on. Lean into that great cloud. Lean into Paul. Lean into Abraham. Lean into all of those people cheering you on, knowing that they've said they finished their race and you can finish yours. God bless you. You have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.